long since I've actually gone live. As you guys have seen, I've been doing a few shorts, which is something that I'm not accustomed to doing, and I'm really starting to like it actually. Some people have been interacting with the shorts, finding value in the short videos. You guys know I'm a rambler, so talking for less than 1 minute is completely new and foreign to me. But hey, um, sometimes you should switch things up a bit, right? And change. So I'm seeing about that. I hope you guys can hear me because I have the air conditioning going. I didn't want anything in particular. I was just doing a complete brain dump because I am completely bummed out that something is going on with my ankle and I'm not able to walk and get my 10,000 steps in. Like, y'all, I was doing so well. I was doing so well. I was about to hit day 50. I have never been that consistent with my walking 10K steps. I don't think ever. And I was about to hit day 50. And then all of a sudden, I was just walking, talking to my cousin. And I just felt something in my left foot that didn't feel right. And immediately I was like, oh, no, 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 no. And I don't walk fast. It's not like a speed walk or anything like that. It's a very leisure, relaxing stroll more so. So I'm not gonna lie, I never stretch. And I see now that I should have been doing that because, hey, I am in my mid 40s and the body is different now. And you should be doing that anyway. But, you know, we take things for granted. Like, oh, I'm just walking, and I'm just so hurt. Because I don't want to injure myself, but I can feel that my foot is still not right. And I also don't want to I don't want to break my rhythm that I have. Like walking 49 days straight, it had become like a part of my routine. It had become something that I didn't have to make as much effort into doing. And so I don't want to mess that all up. Plus, it had so many benefits. It was giving me time to think. It was giving me time to be in nature. Which is helping with my depression. It was giving me time to talk to family members. It was giving me time to watch videos. It was giving me time to meet people. Like the same little route has the same little people. There's a day crew and a night and an evening crew. And it was giving me so much. It's helped me with some health issues I have going on. I have some health issues going on. And I can really tell that in the 49 days of walking, oh my goodness, it has helped me. I can't talk about what they are, but I've definitely had the most trying time in the last 18 months, well, 2 years with my health. And that 49 days of walking 10K steps minimum a day, whew, it's been unbelievable. So, hey, what's going on? I can't see. What does that say? Empress? Elder Bay gave me like a little nice emoji. Very pretty from what I can see. You can see it's super bright here in Savannah. But thank you for the interaction. So I would strongly suggest you guys, we got to get up. We got to move our bodies. It's not just about being fine or snatched. It's not just about losing weight. It really is about your health. It helps your organs. It helps your body. It more importantly than anything, it helps your mind. It really does help your mind. So I'm going to find something to do that won't require me to bend my foot as much. I'm going to pop out my 5-pound hula hoop and some other things and get into it. I got to find something. I got to find something. But I'm so hurt. So hurt. What's been going on with y'all? Some people did ask me how are we doing with Hurricane Helene. My son is still in school. I'm waiting to hear back from the school to see if he has school tomorrow, so we'll see. But he's still out of school, so that has been something to juggle and manage. But I am so thankful, so blessed that although the area definitely has been affected, that we weren't as bad off as some other people, for real, for real. So that's a huge blessing. Not shout out, but prayers going up to any of you who really experienced devastating effects from Hurricane Helene. But I really want to know what's going on with you all, because y'all, now more than ever, we're in a time where we need each other. And one of my biggest regrets in the last 18 months is not staying consistent on YouTube. Because the YouTube community that I had when my channel was really, really growing, y'all gave me so much, literally and figuratively. Y'all have no idea. Um, hope everything falls into place. See, and look, Donald, do y'all know my channel? Thank you, Donald. I appreciate that so much. Y'all know my channel is slightly majority men. What's the point of you saying that, Kim? It's surprising because in this day and age, there's this concerted effort to divide men and women. I don't know if you guys have seen it on social media and stuff, but it's this concerted effort to divide men and women. And so when I look at my channel demographics and I see where people are watching from, the age groups, and then the gender, and I see that it's slightly more men than women, and I see how these men really are good people. Not that men are not, but it just, I want y'all to understand this, because I'm kind of rambling and I'm not being cohesive in my thoughts. It's also because I'm partially tired. But social media is not the real world. So when you look at things like Instagram, Facebook, and what the algorithm will feed you, that's not real. What's real is when you develop your own group of people, when you are real, when you speak your truth, and then you attract like-minded people to you. That's what the world is really made of, and that's how the world really, really works. And so I just am thankful to everybody on my channel that comes and shares and asks questions and contributes and gives me new ideas of things to research and bring to you guys that is encouraging, but especially the men. Shout out, I see men in my comments that oftentimes will encourage women and other people, and it's just really refreshing and nice to see. So definitely wanted to shout y'all out. But yeah, my biggest regret in the last 2 years is not keeping up with my YouTube channel, because this community, my viewers, many of which became friends, have done so much for me in the realm of sharing ideas, giving me information, um, donations, money at some point, buying my courses, getting results, just a lot. And the minute I disconnected from you guys, I also disconnected from my family. I disconnected from everybody. That was a grave mistake for me. That was a really, really big mistake, and that was the beginning of a downfall for me in many, many areas of my life. So I want to encourage you guys. Like, I know we're in a season of people being really, really weary of people. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that Netflix special, worst roommate ever or worst ex ever. Those things will scare you and have you not talking to anybody. Super duper scary stuff, right? But I'm telling you guys, connection is so important. Those instances are few and far between, and I kind of like those shows because they tell you what to look out for. They tell you how to get out of something early if you see signs, and oftentimes we do. But all in all, connection is so it's so important, guys. So please don't claim to be an introvert. Get out of your house. Go to free meetups. Go to free events, free seminars in your area. Meet people online, offline, and just constantly look to build. Meet people and then filter out the ones that you can tell are not for you. Let me see what Empress said. Thanks, prayers, and good thoughts back to you and yours. Many miracles to you and all goodness. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so very much. But yeah, y'all, connection is key. I went to a free seminar recently and it was really, really good. And I'm so glad I did, because I don't get out of the house enough. But it was actually for married people, and they invited single people who desire to be married, which was super special. That is something that is so rare. Usually you see things for singles or you see things for married people. So the fact that this church merged the two, I thought was pure genius. And I found a lot of value in it. I've been married. I'm now divorced. But to see so many married couples there sharing their expertise and talking about the fact, and what helped too at that event was there were a lot of married people there, and they were on their second marriage. So there is this stigma that society wants to put on you when you are divorced that oftentimes you're not aware of until you're divorced, and then you're like, oh, okay. I see what this is. But to talk with married couples that were twice married, and for them to let you know, hey, this does not mean any of the negative things that you told yourself about your divorce, especially if you weren't the person that initiated the divorce or that wanted the divorce. So that seminar was so well put together, and such a it was different for me. It was different for me, but I loved it. I enjoyed meeting people. I learned a lot. They got to have a Q&A session, which I always love it when events have a Q&A session. That means they really aren't like, they, to me, it signifies that you know what you're talking about and you're not afraid of being questioned about it. So, I was the first person to ask the question. But yeah, it was really nice. It was something different, out of my norm. And I said, Kim, you got to get out of the house more. So I'm encouraging you guys to do that, to seek out meetups, events. Um, Oftentimes there are Facebook groups or like things that you can go to AI or Google and look in, like, if free events near me. If you just type that in and your location is on your device, it'll show you different things. So like I found a silent book club here in Savannah that I'm going to start going to that. And I seen it in Atlanta and I said, oh my gosh, I would love to do that. So to find one here, I said, bet. I'm definitely going to do the silent book club, and just again some things so that I can, I'm not going to say get back to me, because I'm constantly changing. I'm a different me in my 40s than I was in my 30s and 20s for sure. Life will beat you upside the head and turn you into a totally different person, right? But I've got to evolve past certain situations, certain mindsets, certain traumas that I've let entrap me. So I want you all to do the same too. I was talking to my friends about this and they were like, oh, that's a good idea. So I said, let me jump on here while I'm going to the grocery store, because I also fell into the trap of social media razzle dazzle. And I didn't want to talk to y'all until my hair was done, my makeup was done, my backdrop was looking clean. And that's not how I started. That's not even what brought y'all to me. So I was like, Kim, what are you doing? Like, you really tripping. You really lost the essence of how you started, what attracted people to you, and you're not that girl. And why are you even trying to be? Oh, all right. Well, the red light turned green now. Hold on, I'm gonna read your comment when I stop. So that's the other thing I would love for us all to do too, guys, is examine and really be no holds barred with your assessment of where you are and where you want to be, how you got there. Really, you too little to be so mean, little lady. Thank you. I'm still say thank you, even though you had a little attitude and didn't want to let me in. It's always the soccer moms with the biggest attitudes. But yeah, I'm seeing that in this season, there are a lot of people that are talking about, money situations that have changed, health situations that have changed. One of the biggest YouTubers that I watch, the lead attorney, who I admire greatly, I bought his course, is phenomenal. He's funny because, and I say this somewhat affectionately, but he's a butthole. He says some really obnoxious things at times, but I can appreciate it because I'm a butthole too. I say some sarcastic things often, but he's very well informed. He's very knowledgeable, super funny. His sense of humor is not for everyone, but it's for me. And his course about live streaming is insanely valuable. So I watch him a lot. Don't agree with everything he says, but that's okay. Anyway, this man has made so much money on YouTube that he was able to quit being a lawyer. And he was a lawyer for decades, went to the top schools, made a lot of money. But on YouTube, he made a whole lot more money, exponentially more money, not just off of ad revenue, but off of super chats, but also off of consultations, and definitely his course. And I remember looking at him not too long ago saying, man, I would love to be him. Dang, I would love to be him. And a few months ago, he said, this has been the worst year of my life. And I was thinking, really, Lee? You're divorced. You ain't got no wife. You don't have no kids. You only have to worry about you, and you got all this money. How bad could it be? Y'all, he just dropped the live stream like 2 days ago, and it was talking about the fact that he didn't know if he was going to share it with his audience or not, but he found out he had cancer. And it's like bone cancer. So they can't take it out of him. And this is someone who is 6'3", very strong. All his life he's been into fitness. The last, the least likely person that you would think would get cancer, and he was talking about the journey and everything that he's been going through since February of this year. We had no idea. I noticed that he had kind of taken a break from his channel, but so don't look at people and envy them because you don't know what they're going through. Y'all, if I told y'all, oh my God, if I told y'all what I'm going through right now, you wouldn't even believe it. You I still don't believe it. I don't know if I'll share it. We'll see. Only time will tell. I know it will help some people, but I don't want to get upset. But my point is, lead has made all TLA, the lead attorney, has made all of that money, and guess what? He needed it because the health care that he needs right now for bone cancer, it is very, very expensive. And he said, with him being so healthy for so long, he really didn't pay that much attention to insurance. So, think about this, making like $500,000 on YouTube, and then you having to take so much of that to pay to live. That's crazy. I'm glad he had it, but it's just crazy to think about the fact that you can be so far ahead and then in one day back down, or not as ahead as you think. Let me read my stuff now. Oh, I thought I saw something else. Okay, I didn't. Okay, so I'm all caught up on my comments. But yeah, so I mean, that was a real eye opener to me. Like, Kim, even with what you're going through, be thankful, because things definitely could be worse. So for all of y'all, I'm here at the store now. I'm going to go in and get the things that we need and get back to the house. But for all of you that are watching, either live or the replay, I really am. I will tell you this mess has drawn me closer to God for sure, because I now realize that there were certain things that I made my God that I should not have. I made at one point my business my God. I made money my God. I made my son. Hmm. Mm. I made my son my God. And I don't know what y'all believe, and there's no like hard, like hard feelings, but I'm just speaking for myself. But I have family members and friends that are all different religions. But as for me, this has definitely drawn me closer to God, because um, He is the only thing that is getting me through right now. For real, for real. Um, so yeah, y'all, if you do believe in God, put God first. And if you don't believe in God, you know, please don't just only rely on yourself alone, because this world is no joke. And if you live long enough, unfortunately, you'll know exactly what I mean. And the rain falls on the just and the unjust. No one is safe. Booga booga booga. Not trying to like scare y'all half to death, but it's just the truth. Um, Thank you for mentioning this. I needed to hear that. Thank you. That's Miss White. Is that Miss White? Look, y'all, I got y'all all in my pimple. Yeah, Miss White, you're so very welcome. I'm glad you jumped on. And see, Miss White, this is why I gotta go back to going live, because when y'all say things like that, and that's why the enemy kept me from doing lives. Like, the comments of the few negative people, the majority of people are so positive, but there's a few people that really said some things that, I'm not gonna lie, even though I don't know them and they could have been bots for all I know, it really hurt me. It really, because I can be mean, but I'm really a softie. And some comments really got to me, and that's what the enemy wants. Like, he wanted to get in my head. And mentally fudge me up so that I would stop going live and sharing things that would help other people. And I fell for it. I fell for it. And y'all, I said this before, I'm in on this. One of my favorite books of all times is Outwitting the Devil. And I had stopped listening to that. And I'm going back now to like listening to bits and pieces every day, because the devil has no new tricks. He is using the same tricks on you that he used on your mother and father and your mother's and father's mother and father. For many, many generations, he's been using the same tricks. You know why he doesn't switch it up? Because the same tricks work. He will prey on your health. He will prey on your money. He will prey on your mind. And then if he can't get those things through you, he will prey on those things in the people that are closest to you. Your husband, your wife, your children, your friends, your family. Oh my gosh. The death of my grandmother this year. Ooh, I still am not over it. But you know what? I'm happy she's out of pain. And in a sense, her death gave new life to me, in the sense that I no longer have to maintain relationships with some of my family members that I maintain relationships with strictly for Granny. I put up with some crap from some people in my family just for Granny. But Granny is gone now. So I have been able to exit those people out of my life and not look back. And I don't regret it. And I'm not the only one. And I'm telling y'all, there are some people you need to get out of your life. And if you do not do it, you will pay the price, because the enemy will put a spirit in them to tear you down. And it doesn't even have to be, you can't be like, oh, I just don't let them get to me. I just don't, I'm telling you on a subconscious level, like, people have energies. You shouldn't even be touching certain people. You shouldn't even be hugging certain people. Don't even let them touch you. Either you can listen to me or you can learn for yourself. But although I miss my grandmother, I am happy that I never have to see certain people in my family again that I put up with just for her. Sometimes death can breed life. So freedom for both you and Miss White. Miss White, my grandmother suffered waiting for certain people to get along, waiting for certain people to repair relationships. Like literally, the doctor had to come in, the priest had to come in and tell my grandmother, let go. These people have been fighting for 60 years. They're not going to stop. Let go. Release yourself. So many people had to tell my grandmother that. I had to sit at her bedside, and she would whisper in my ear, Kimmy, I just want them to get along. I say, Granny, that's not your responsibility, baby. It was heartbreaking. We all have to heal, and we have to heal individually, so that when we come together, even if we disagree, we can disagree respectfully. So I'm going to take ownership for only me. I'm going to work on my healing, so that the people that I no longer mess with, I'm happy about that. My sister said the same thing. But I know that this will happen again. The enemy will use other people that are close to me to get to me. And I just want to know how to deal with it better than I have in the past, because I cannot let him win. I cannot let these spirits that take over these bodies of people that have the faces that I love, I can't let those spirits infiltrate my life, my thoughts, my mind, change my energy, and just completely make me lose everything. So, yeah. Yes, we miss you. This is truth. Oh, thank you so much, Empress. Thank you so much. I thought you stopped the live videos. I miss you. Oh. I did stop live videos. Shouldn't have. God brought me to your channel years ago, and I'm going to stick around whether you're live or not. Law, I just learned so much from you, so I'll be praying for you and yours. I appreciate you. Okay, thanks. I appreciate you too. All right, I gotta go. Appreciate y'all. Oh God, it's been so long. I don't even know how to end the dang on video. Let me see if this is it.